So I decided to go live real quick. Don't mind that we're doing stuff in the kitchen, so the microwave and stuff is out here. But I just wanted to do something live. I didn't feel like uploading nothing. This is the first time that I'm actually using my computer to talk. I usually use my phone because y'all know I'm always in the car somewhere. But I decided I want to give you guys a update on what's been going on. I think the last time I talked to you guys, it was regarding the 5 week AMP1 course that I had to retake over at the community college that I'm hopefully trying to get into the nursing program with. So, however, the last week of that class, I had anxiety. I was stuck at an 80 because remind you, I need a B. I was stuck at an 80 before the final, I want to say. No, I was at an 82. And then we had to take our last lecture exam. And I brought my ass down to an 80. I was like at an 83, it took me to an 81. So I was panicking because I was like, oh my God, the final coming up, I wanted to at least have a solid grade. But then on top of that, he didn't put in the participation points and the attendance because he, excuse me, contribute most of that, some of that into our grade. I think it was like 15% of our grade or whatever. So before the final, he added all those in. So I went up to an 82. So I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little more confident coming into the final. So the final happened. And then the next day, the final was on the 24th. So our last day actually is the 25th, but he was like, I'll put the grades in and we don't even have to waste our time coming in on the 25th. So we can just do our final on the 24th. So we did on the 24th. And I got I think I got like an 85 or something on the last exam, maybe higher. I don't remember. It's been a while. And I ended up with my B, which I was happy. So the next day, which was the 25th, I took my ass to the admission office, applied for the nursing program, the LPN to RN bridge program. So when I first went there to take the test, take the exam. Not the exam. When I first filled out the application, is what I'm trying to say. When I first filled out the application, however, I had the wrong application. I just had like the traditional RN program and I was like, hold on, there's not an option that says that I'm like an LPN to RN, whatever. So I went back up to the admission desk. I was like, I think I have the wrong one. I need one for LPN RN. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, you absolutely have the wrong one. But when I did the LPN to RN's application, like compared to the traditional one, you had options to choose if you want to do the traditional day program or the evening and weekend program. So I'm like, fuck, when I filled out for the LPN to RN bridge application, it didn't give me that option. So I was like, oh crap, like I don't know if I'm gonna be on the tradition or whatever. And remind you, I work in a headache center at the Cleveland Clinic Monday through Friday 7:30 to 4. So I'm like, damn, am I gonna have to like quit next year? Or if it's in the morning, do I have an option? Like, I didn't know what to do. So I tried to ask other people that did the LPN RN bridge at the same school that I'm trying to get into to the programming. And they was like, I think the first semester for sure, you have to do traditional day. So I was like, Lord, well, I still got to wait to see if I got accepted or whatever. But the funny thing is, God worked in mysterious ways. So the following week after, I, if anybody know me, if you've been watching, I have been debating from certain jobs that I've been at, even including the one at the clinic, because it's been a lot of hot mess stuff. I've been truly unhappy. Like, I want to say, like, I used to really love working for the clinic. When I was just an aide on the epilepsy floor, and I was real close to my manager, I was real close to my staff, I was real close to the providers. I even worked, like I said, I even worked the outpatient with the outpatient nurses and got real cool with them, with the MAs over there, the front desk people, the secretaries. Like, I used to love floating around because I really loved the department and the team I had. No offense to the headache clinic, but it was nothing compared to the epilepsy department. And unfortunately, I ended up quitting. And what made me end up quitting, it was a situation where I feel like it was kind of a racial profile However, I just don't got time to deal with like the politics, the lawyers, whatever. I feel like, it's okay to close the door. And when one door closes, another one opens. And I just went out on a leap of faith. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was no such thing as a 2 week notice that day. It was I quit and I'm starting today. And I'm gonna work my last day, but you're gonna get a notice on your desk and you're gonna get a notice via email. So, and something else happened. Like another nurse had quit along with me, and it was like taking shackles off my feet. Like literally, like I feel so relieved that I quit. And it's sad because a lot of people was like, "Oh my God, you really love the clinic." Like a lot of people came to the clinic because of me. And don't get me wrong, certain people like what they like. I just could not see myself. I already was about to do a year there, and I had another year left. But because when you apply for jobs at the clinic now, instead of being there for 1 year and then being able to like switch roles or positions or find different opening jobs, you have to be there for 2 years now because that turnover rate is so high. So it would have been 6 years come August 19th, but unfortunately that had to come to an end. Like I said, it was a lot of BS, and I feel like a little racial profile played along. And on top of me being unhappy, I'm not about to settle for a job. And then I had my manager trying to weigh my job over my head, like, oh, I could have wrote you up for that. Did you know that? And I could have wrote you up for this. Did you know that? And I just simply asked her, like, well, do you want to write me up? Because I'm not about to beg you. It's too many jobs out here. And damn it, y'all wasn't even paying all that, okay? To be acting like it's that big of a deal. So that situation overall, I still enjoy my experience with the Cleveland Clinic. Would I ever go back? No. Just due off to other ventures that I possibly can be doing. And I'm about to get into that real quick. So I quit July 2nd, which was my sister's birthday. And it was like funny because all my other sisters had a bad day that same day, except for the birthday girl, thank God. But and I ended up quitting. On the second, I got hired at this nursing home facility that actually my cousin worked at. I got hired on the 13th because I had an interview that same day that I quit. On the second, I left work at the time I was supposed to leave. Went to my cousin's job, met with her supervisor, had a good conversation, and it was really good. The benefits are nice there. It's only a 25-bed unit. It's long-term care. It's 12-hour shifts. They only work one weekend a month. And I mean, you're the only nurse on your day, and it's a day shift position, 7 a to 7:30 p. And I was like, okay, cool. It was really good. They got a lot of long lasting nursing assistants and nurses that have been there like 10 years plus and whatever. So it's really a good company. Excuse me. I've been on plenty of interviews, so I'm just naming the one that I'm going in the order of how I applied. So, like I said, I actually got hired there. The pay is a little of a pay cut. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I was only making $20 at the Cleveland Clinic. After I've been there for 6 years, that didn't matter. Once you change your role, I guess you just get what you get. I actually started with them at 1950, and I just hit $20 in June. So, with that being said, the nursing home that I got hired at that I'm supposed to be starting August 5th, I would have started this week, but I have prior arrangements and it's still bad because August 5th I have prior arrangements on that week too. I'm in a whole wedding that week. So hopefully we'll see how it work out. But that is one job that I applied for, got hired, and accepted within the week. I think it took longer because the holiday was like the 4th. A lot of businesses like to wait after the holiday or to calm back down to want to offer a position. They're starting me off at the pay rate of $19.25, but then after 3 o'clock it's $1 shift difference, so it's $20.25. But that's it. So another job I applied for, I just actually did my second interview today. It's a methadone, or well, I don't want to just say a methadone clinic, but it's an outpatient clinic setting for patients who are addicts, and that could be opiates, heroin, any type of narcotic dependency that they may have. The hours are really good. They're very early, but they're really good. Like the hours are, it's still like a 7 day a week clinic, but the hours are very like little. Like it's like 4:45 to 4:45 a.m. to like 1 o'clock p.m. So you still have the rest of your day. And then the day that you like the weekends that you work, you will have a weekday off, and that's that. And the weekend days is literally like 3 hours, maybe 5 to 8:30 or 5 to 9, and then you go home and proceed to watch your day. You can still go out for breakfast. Um, Breakfast with your family. If you like breakfast, you can still attend a lot of stuff during the day because you're working so early in the morning that you still have the rest of the day. It just sucks because you have to go to bed early. But however, it's still not bad. They pay at 21.50. They have real good benefits. They have really good benefits. They actually pay for your schooling. They do tuition reimbursement. Not like I said, they pay for your schooling and they do tuition reimbursement. They pay the full ride for the school. They got a partnership with this online. But the way it looks like, if you're already an RN, yeah, you probably have to take a pay cut. But if you want to be an RN going for your BSN, I say this is the best opportunity for you because they pay for it. I mean, they literally pay for it. It was just a lot of good benefits. I fell in love with it. I wanted it. Keyword wanted. No, I still want it, but I have to think about something that I have to tell y'all in a minute. So the third job I applied for was just a staffing agency job. I filled out the application. I talked to one of the recruiters. I meet with that. I was supposed to meet with him a couple of days ago, but I got sick. So I had rescheduled for next Tuesday. So I might give you an update regarding how it went next Tuesday. But it's a staffing agency. You can do full-time, part-time, PRN. You can do. It was a night shift position for kids to go to their homes and take care of them. However, he was like, "Are you open to anything else?" And I was like, "Yeah, as long as." And he like, "Are you open to take care of kids?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like to challenge myself. I feel like the more knowledge I am, the more knowledgeable I am." I'm so sorry. I ate bibimbap bop. If y'all don't know what that is, it's like an Asian Chipotle. It's so good, but I keep burping a little bit. But I meet with him next week, so I will probably let you guys know how that go. So then it's another job that I done applied for. I applied for like 5 jobs within these last 3 weeks, probably more. Actually, I have applied to more. I had so many phone like callbacks. It's ridiculous. I actually had a phone interview Tuesday with a hospital. It's kind of like I don't never say it's our rival because it's not Mayo Clinic or nothing, but it's University Hospital. It's in Cleveland. I had a phone interview with that, and I don't think it went the best because it's kind of like a job that I really didn't want. You know, when you just be applying and stuff when you're unhappy, and they call you from months ago about an application you put in months ago, you're like, okay, I'll do the phone interview. But it's basically to be a surgical tech or like a scrub nurse. But that's something I really don't. I mean, I would like to be in an OR, but I don't want to be in an OR for all type of stuff. I just want to be, if I'm in an OR, I want to be in there for like plastic surgery, like breast implants, because I watch a lot of that stuff. And then I don't know. She may call me back. She said she'll call me back, but who knows? But that was on Tuesday. I forgot to tell y'all about that job interview. And then, like I said, I had 2 interviews today. So I already told y'all about the second interview because the first interview I had with the recruiter for the methadone clinic. And then today's interview, which is my second interview, I had with the regional director. And usually he doesn't do the interviews. It's just the facility that they make it in Ohio is fairly new. So they don't even have like the managers that would do the interview for yet. They're hiring for them while they're hiring for the nurses. So, yeah, but he was really nice. He was friendly. He was so amazing. He does not live in Ohio. He lives in like Indiana or something. And we had to do a Skype type interview. So it was nice. It went very well. I think he was very pleased with my answers. I think he was very pleased with like how professional I looked through the interview. Everything. I think he liked the questions I asked. I tried to get to know him a little bit better because he is gonna be potentially my boss. And like I said, they paid $21.60. UH didn't tell me how much they paid. They just asked me how much I asked for, and I was like 21. I'm okay with that. So I don't know if I ever told you guys, but when I was in nursing school when I was in LPN school last year, last year, 2017, 2018, I said that. I tried to figure out what career path I wanted to go through after I graduate. I was debating, do I want to stay with the clinic? I was debating, do I want to work in a nursing home? I was debating, do I want to do doctor's offices? But it was one thing for certain that I never debated about, that I wanted to try. And I'm a person who like challenges. I'm a person who like thinking fast. I'm a person who like to work under pressure sometimes. And one time we was watching this video about 5 different nurses, and one nurse in there was a correctional or a correction nurse. Sometimes you can say correction nurse or correctional nurse. And that's basically a nurse who works for a jail or works for a prison. And I just really like the fact that and I think what draw me to it, let me say this, what draw me to it is because you could use your skills. You know how you go through nursing school, you learn all the body systems and what to do and how to do it, all this other stuff. But when you apply for jobs, unfortunately, you're stuck in that one narrow hallway of cardiac or neurology or GI, And I feel like in the prison, you might find somebody with psychiatric issues who also have cardiac issues. You might have a patient with GI issues. You might have a patient with neuro issues, like neurology issues, like epilepsy or stuff like that. And I just want to stay up on my skills. So I always wanted to work in the jail. My family tried to tell me. Of course, I got a couple cousins who's been in jail, and they like, no, since you're a nurse, I know what dudes do. Because one of my cousins dated a nurse, and she left her husband for him when he got out. Long hot mess story. I'm like, no, like I'm here to do what I need to do, my 8 or 12 or 16 hours of work, and I'm gonna go. And it was just something I really wanted to do. So I actually got a call from another hospital that actually does correctional nursing. And I apply for it, every position that they post. I've been applying to this hospital since I was working for the clinic. I've been applying for this hospital since February. And it was funny because she was calling me about a night shift position. But when she emailed me about the night shift position that I applied for. But however, when we had the phone call, it was about a day shift position, and it was actually going to be at the downtown jail. See, the night shift position, it was going to be at local little cities. Like, y'all not familiar with the cities here in Ohio if you're not from Ohio, but like little smaller cities, like, I don't know how to say, I want to say Euclid, Bedford, but you're not going to know. But yeah, that was one of the night shift was like for the smaller cities. But this one was like, I did put an application in for the morning one. Actually, the one she called me about was the one I put in February. But the one she emailed about was the one I put in May 20, the day before my daughter's birthday. I was applying. So it went very well. I'm praying that I get a call back for a second interview to meet the manager of the correctional nurses, and I get to check out the facility. I know where the jail at downtown. Not saying it like that. I just know where the jail at downtown because of jury duty and all this other stuff, whatever. They all like combusted together, like a big. They just together. So so it went very well. The hours would be 6:45 a.m. to 7:15 p.m. 3 days a week, 72 hours. Every other weekend, every other holiday. They have really good benefits. This job and the methadone job both have great benefits. The job I actually took, it has good benefits, but not killing the hospital or the methadone put together or separately. It was the pay, you guys. So she was like, okay, I cannot tell y'all the exact change because once I heard the dollar sign, like the first $2, I didn't hear the change, and I didn't hear the change on the difference. So let me go into it. So she was like, how much are you willing to, like, how much, what's the amount you were looking for? And I was like, I don't know. I said like 21, 22. I'm not for certain. So she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go over the benefits with you and I'll discuss the money. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not gonna see 21 or 22. Well, I was right. I was not gonna see 21 or 22, but damn. She said they start their LPNs off at $23 and some change. So let's just say, for instance, she said $23.49. And then she said, by you also, you don't get a shift difference, but however, by you applying for a correctional nurse, we also pay $1.50. Let's just throw that out there. So there's a chance I'm seeing 24 and some change to $25 an hour. So I'm like, damn, that's way more than what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like so excited about not even just the money route, but just the idea of like what I'm talking, like what it's about. She basically said, we do deal with a lot of patients with psychiatric history. And of course they're inmates. And on top of that, they do have other situations that's going on with their health. And she was like, so you're definitely going to get the experience and the skills that you need to help you. To help you in your future. And I was like, yeah, and I would definitely really love that for the simple fact is, I am returning back to school for RN next year. And she was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, I already got accepted. I don't start until next fall, not this fall coming up, but next fall. And she was like, oh, congratulations. Did you know we also pay out tuition reimbursement up to $4,000 per semester? I was like, oh, okay, because I was going to pay out if I could anyway, So it all works out and I think it's going to be pretty amazing. I posted hear from them soon. Oh, I just told y'all. Yeah, I got accepted into the nursing program. I was trying to save that for last, but I was talking too much. Yes, I got accepted. But I'm going to go into that real quick after this. But I'm praying that I do get this job. I really do want it. I really, for some reason, want to just challenge myself and try to work into corrections. I've been like YouTubing and looking at stuff, and it's a lot of people that say it's hard. It's challenging, but a lot of nurses end up liking it and loving it. And I just want to challenge myself. I want to like what I'm doing, and most importantly, I want to take care of my patients. It's worth a try. And all I can do is pray about it. And if it's meant for me, it's meant to happen. So, so what else I wanted to say? Okay, so anyway, yeah, I ended up getting accepted a week after I applied. However, I did not know that because when I applied for my, I think I did say I don't know. But when I applied, the girl told me to wait till after grades were finalized on August 7th. Thank God someone told me to look at my email because I had by August 1st to pay the $75 to hold my seat. Because if I would have let that deadline pass, guess who would have to reapply for the nursing program? So I start fall of 2020, which is in August of 2020. But I have been told sometimes they do call people earlier. So that's a pretty much update of everything. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel. That's my daughter and my nieces. Let me know how you feel. And if you have any suggestions on what jobs y'all think I should take, because I applied to so many, just let me know.
Mommy.
Yes.
We saw Gigi in the other park.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, you guys.
And then we saw cousins.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We saw grandma cousins.